Oliver, we have a gentleman who needs a binder fitting. Yes, he's waiting for you in room 3. If you could take care of that, please. Yes, and make sure to tell him about the tailor options. Okay. Hello, my name is Oliver. I am genderless, so no pronouns for me. So my manager used male pronouns for you, is that correct? Okay, just making sure. We're not in the business of misgendering anyone. So I just need to get some basic information for you. Okay, so what is your name? Okay, and you said male pronouns? Okay, now for health reasons, do you have any chest pain, asthma, anything like that? No, it won't stop you from getting a binder, but it will influence which brands we use, the material, things like that. Okay, so we're going to be doing a lot of physical measurements. Do you have any touch aversions that we need to be aware of? Because we can talk you through the measurements and you can do them yourself. Okay. So you're alright if I touch you? Okay. And we do custom tailors, so if there is binders that don't fit you, we can make one for you specially, because everyone's bodies are different. That's one of the advantages of having a walk-in store rather than an online store, is that we can take into account how your body is different from someone else's. Okay. And we can ship binders to you, but if you'd rather pick them up in person, then you can also do that. Okay, yeah, a lot of people prefer that option. Okay, so what we do as far as measurements go, we will take from the nape of your neck down to the end of your shoulder. We'll have to get from your upper chest, your lower chest, and across your chest, which is the most awkward part. So if that's something you want to do on your own, you can. Okay. That's very quick. Okay. We're also going to take measurements of your hips and of your stomach in case you decide to go with a full tank option. We're going to go ahead and measure you for that anyway, so we have it on record. Okay. Okay. So, another issue though, we are going to need you to take off your shirt and any undergarments you may have. Now we do have a tank top that you can wear. It's very thin, so it'll preserve your modesty. We don't want to cause anyone dysphoria. But to make the most accurate measurements, we do need you to take that off. Okay. Well, go ahead and change, and when you're done, I will come back and take your measurements. Okay? Alright, so are you ready? Yeah. Okay. So, this is kind of a fabric measure. It's not really like a ruler. I'm not really sure what the proper term is. A tape measure, I guess. But yeah, this is what we're gonna be using today to take your measurements. Okay. So if you'll just stand up straight. Okay. I'm gonna take your shoulder measurements. Okay. Okay. Now lift your arms up. I'm gonna take above your chest. save the actual chest area for last, because that's the most awkward part. Okay, now your stomach. I dropped my pen. Okay, now your hips. Now this is the awkward part. Do you want to do it yourself? Okay. Well, just take a deep breath, close your eyes, do whatever you need to do, okay? Just be real quick. Okay, it was over. Okay. Now that we've taken your measurements, let's go ahead and talk about binder options. Now, there isn't much difference between a half tank and a full tank. Half tanks, you know, if you're in the closet or your parents don't know about this, half tanks you can kind of pass off as like sports bras. Full tanks you can kind of pass off as tank tops. I will say though that a lot of people have had problems with the half tank riding up, which is why we take your hip measurements. I'll show you a full tank later on and you can kind of see why, you know, it rides up like it does. There's also a option for hooks, although the hooks can be dangerous because people have a tendency to hook them too tight, and you know, that's, you know, not good. So I'll show you the types of binders and then we'll go over some safety aspects. Okay, so currently in stock we only have two types of binders, which is the full tank and the hook type. If you want to come back at a later date, we'll probably have the half tanks in stock, but for now we don't have them, unfortunately, although I would suggest getting a binder anyway, because honestly it's better to have one than to not. Okay, so let's talk about the full tank first. So these are made of like a nylon stretchy type of fabric, as you can see. So the only part of the binder that compresses is the top half right here. You can see where the stitching is, that kind of right there. But the whole thing is made of this thick stretchy material. So when you try to pull it down, you know, it tends to just ride up like that. It's not the best. But a lot of people don't like the half tank because it feels too much like a bra and it makes people feel a little dysphoric. So if that's an issue, the full tank is probably the best way to go. It's just a little more uncomfortable, but yeah, it's made of it's very soft, but it also has a tendency to chafe. One of the things that people have done to avoid the chafing is using baby powder. So yeah, if you could get like a bottle of that, that'll help with the chafing. Okay. And the second option is take like this. This is the back, and this is the front. The tag, this one got torn off, but we'll get you one with the proper tag. Now, these are the hooks. One of the plus sides of having a tank with hooks is you can adjust it throughout the day, and something I did when I didn't have access to go to a bathroom to take it off is I would unhook half of it like that, and it would allow me to breathe better while still providing some compression. And you can also loosen it up So you could take it from the middle to the end here. Again, these you have to be very careful with, because I've known people who started off with the hook binders, and they started binding too tight, and about 3 hours into wearing it, they were like having chest pain and nausea, and they just didn't feel good. So if you have a tendency to overbind, I would not suggest a hook binder. It's common knowledge, if you're gonna wear a binder, don't wear 2 binders, and don't wear a binder and a sports bra, and don't wear 2 sports bras. That's dangerous. You can severely hurt your chest. Yeah. Ace bandages is a common method of binding before having a real binder, but they don't allow for breathing. They don't stretch right, and I've seen pictures of men's torsos being severely disfigured, and overbinding can affect your ability later on to have top surgery if that's something that you wanted. I'm not exactly sure how, but I think something about overbinding messes up the organs inside, and yeah, you can't get top surgery. So it's very important. I know it's hard. Dysphoria is hard, but it's important not to overbind and do things safely. Now, this will vary from person to person, but the standard is 8 hours tops. Do not sleep in your binder. Do not overbind. If you can avoid it, don't exercise in your binder. Some binders say that it's exercise and swimming friendly, but if you are going to be doing heavy outside work, it's probably best just to use a sports bra. Yeah, it's dangerous. So it's important. What else do I need to cover? Just make sure you stay hydrated. Take your breaks when you need it. Learn your body. If you've never worn a binder before and you want a hooked binder, I would suggest trying on a regular binder first, so you have an idea of how tight it feels. That way you don't overbind with the hooks. Yeah. But if you do want to, if you don't have access to another binder and you're going to get the hooks, start off using the loosest option. So get to know your body, get to know what it's comfortable with. That's very important, because everyone is different. Okay. So now that we've covered the safety measures, have you decided on which tank you'd like? Yeah, I would start off with that one. Full tanks are definitely safer than the hooks, and we happen to have one in stock that fits your measurements almost exactly. We're gonna have to take in the side a little bit, so that'll be a few minutes if you don't mind waiting. Okay, I'll get back to you as soon as it's done. Alright, so we have taken the alterations in. We just had to fix the bottom half just a little bit, so it should be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold this up for you. Would you like to sign up for the email, because we have coupons frequently going on, new sales events. It'll let you know when we have more designer things in. The designers go so fast. Okay. enjoy your